SBC Fest has just been announced, and this all-encompassing virtual making event is coming soon. September, as a matter of fact. It's free, and it's full of fresh ideas. And today, I want to unpack an idea using one of this year's SBC Fest kits. So let's go. In this video, I'm going to be using Christy Marcotte's kit that is just absolutely full of possibility. Okay, so we're going to start with paper, Delight pattern paper, beautiful, and just wait till you see what we do with it. We have a stamp set, Hello Bloom. There is a die set, also called Hello Bloom, and another die that is a square grid. It's A2 in size. Okay, so this A2 die set is part of what she's going to be using for her class in September, but it intrigues me and I'm challenged by it, and I have some ideas. You've seen me use an A2 card die for making accordion books. I'll link that video in the description. And of course, card fronts. Okay, that's a great use of A2 card dies. And today we're going to use a clustered idea and how we can put that to use. Okay, are you ready? So let's start with this project. I've gathered as well as prepped some items here already on my table. Some things are from my stash. There's things from the kits though as well. I'm going to show you that just in case you want to grab that kit and make with me as well. Okay, and I invite you to do that. So the background, as you can see on the table here, is from the Ledger Essentials. And I chose this background because of the teal. The teal flowers said, Delight paper pad. That's what it said to me. Now, I have coffee dyed some of the papers from the Delight patterns. Okay, you can see a couple of them here, and you're going to see what I'm going to do with them. And I've also die cut some additional paper so that I die cut out the flowers from the die set. Get that into the screen here, as well as some of the sentiments. The hello has been coffee dyed and die cut, and there's also some foliage ephemera that I'm including in with this. This is from Art and Creative Garden Chronicles, as well as some of the other ephemera pieces. Okay, butterflies, labels, sentiments. All these supplies are going to be linked below, so no fear. Okay, you don't have to take notes. Just sit back and relax. As you can see, first and foremost, from that A2 grid, I have now cut out a dyed, coffee dyed from this paper, this pattern paper grid. It's going to be foundation to this whole entire project. In order to adhere the grid to the background paper, I strategically placed 1/8" foam adhesive strips to the grid. I was careful to not go on the horizontal part of the grids because of wanting to cluster. All right, I'm going to place the grid onto the background paper. For my placement, I wanted this larger open space to be towards the bottom, and I'm also lining up this more towards the bottom of the page and not centered. Okay, all right, here comes the fun part. I love adding and clustering, and so what we're going to do, I've already die cut a bunch of the flowers, big and small. I have die cut the sentiment. I coffee dyed everything. We talked about that earlier. I'm going to start with the sentiment. I have already stapled this sentiment to a label, and I'm going to tuck it into here. Now, as I was kind of playing with ideas and putting thoughts together, I prepared the hello in the solid teal. That's part of the Delight paper, but I didn't love it. Actually, let's pull that out for a minute because we still can. So what I did then is I used the almost gray that is part of the SBC Fest cardstock that complements all of the kits. And so that gray, I decided to coffee dye it, hit it up a little bit with the gathered twigs, and then I'm going to layer this also on top of the teal. So you're kind of seeing that teal kind of pop through. It's a great layer. It's a great way to help the hello and this whole anchor piece to kind of pop. Whereas before it was just sort of blending in. So just kind of this is one of those things that we'll talk about at the end about what makes this work. That's one thing that makes this work. So now once that anchor piece is in place, then the flowers and the foliage can come pop in. And I know I am going to want to just basically cluster around my anchor point. I'm just gonna leave that there for a minute. It's kind of often what I'll do is I'll just start with some placement and then take off the adhesive as I have things in place, or I'll lay things down, I'll put the adhesive on the background itself, and then because I know I'm good with, actually I kind of want that to go at an angle there, so let's just come at a little bit of an angle. These windows are just perfect for basically filling in. I have another piece here. Let me see, how do I want to tuck it in here? Do I want to tuck it in there? I'm going to tuck it right there. I'll pop a piece of adhesive on the top of this, and that way it can float still above the window. So I'm good with these guys. I'm going to go ahead and put them in place. I already have foam dots on the back of them, and I'm going to kind of just intertwine them into behind the label. Let the petals pull up. Really focus on some elevation and some dimension. At this point, I'll take these little tiny guys and just kind of fill in. I like to work from the larger elements first. That way it gives an idea of where smaller pieces might fit in better. And I can almost have a third one of these little guys. Kind of what I'm feeling. And a lot of times you don't know until you get into adding the clusters in. Oh wow, you know what this could use? And you kind of go from there. Now there is this sentiment here. This is also from, I believe this is from the 12 by 12 paper in the Garden Chronicles. And it says, grow tall, my flower. And you're going to see why this is the perfect sentiment when I pull that picture into play. This is going to get tucked in under the hello. So kind of utilizing the pieces of the hello, making this feel like it really is moving. So I love that. And I also love, I have this ticket, it says love this. And so the idea is I'm going to just kind of beat it up a little bit here, just stress the heck out of it, wrinkle it up some. And I'm probably going to have to use some hot glue because the idea was to then pop it in such a way that you can see the love this. Okay, so as the clusters get filled in, I come in with maybe some more leaves, maybe some more flowers if I have them. I could probably even bring some more flowers down here. There's still spaces, but it's just so great how once you have an anchor in place, how everything can just fill in and tell a story. So the last thing I'm gonna do here is bring in these butterflies. I'm gonna go outside the window here and pop one up here, just like that. And I think I'm also going to pop one over here, just like that. Okay, so now what I want to do is show you, before we get done, how I'm going to practically use this in my storytelling. I've grabbed my cinch machine. This is an oldie, but it's a goodie. And I'm going to come in here right at the center of this page. That's how, and I'm going to cut on the right side because that's how it's going to work for me. Then with scissors, I'm going to cut through each of these tabs. And then I'm going to add this to my story journal. And because my story journal is already pre-made, it's already pre-bound with the cinch machine, I can just take those tabs, cut through them, and then pop them. Sometimes it helps to use the scissors, and then pop them just right inside of the page. And that now becomes about grow tall, my flower, joy in the little things. If today's project sparked an idea, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. And if you found it helpful, a thumbs up lets YouTube know to share it with other makers as well. Be sure and check out all the details to SBC Fest. Find links in the description, and I will see you in the next video.